The Startup Brewery Challenge is basically a partnership between Brewbound and Craft Brew Alliance in the spirit of transparency, as we've been talking about today. It's been a partnership with CBA for a while now, and it's really evolved into a great opportunity for entrepreneurs to come up here, pitch their business plans. They have 3 minutes. They're given the opportunity to show off a few slides that really help visualize what their brands are about. And they're up here pitching for an opportunity to win this year $5,000 in cash and prizes, free entry into our December 1st Brewbound session in San Diego, one-on-one strategy consultants with one of our judges, Mr. Michael Kaiser, a brand strategist and the founder of Good Beer Hunting, and finally an all-expenses-paid trip to Portland, Oregon, to brew with and collaborate with and learn from the folks at CBA. And this partnership wouldn't be possible without CBA, so thank you. With that, I'll introduce our 4 judges. Carmen Olson is the senior, one of the senior leaders at CBA of their Emerging Brands division. She's the one going out there talking to a lot of the new brewers that they're forming partnerships with of their own. Michael Kaiser, as I mentioned, is the founder of Good Beer Hunting and a brand strategist. Works with brewers large and small all over the U.S. Great guy, very vocal on Twitter. If you don't follow him, you should.
Especially last night.
I deserve that.
Luis Brignoni is actually our previous Startup Brewery Challenge winner from Wynwood Brewing. You saw him in the Learning Curve documentary. This time around, we decided that we wanted to bring back the former winner, the last winner of the Startup Brewery Challenge. So hopefully going forward, that'll be another opportunity for our contestants to look forward to, the opportunity to actually judge the next time. And then last but not least, Corey Blodgett, Lead Innovation Brewer at CBA. Thank you guys for judging. With that, I guess I'll call up our first contestant, and that is Anthony Lasardo, the CEO of Bayside Brewery. Anthony, where are you at? Come on up.
Hi everybody, I'm Anthony Lasardo and I am the CEO and founder here at Bayside Brewery. Now Bayside Brewery is an actual New York story. It is born in Bayside, I am from Bayside, and we use everything New York City has to offer to help grow our brand. Now when I started Bayside Brewery 2 years ago, I was working nights here in Manhattan, I was grinding out overtime, and I was trying to figure out my way into a new future. And at that time I invented the Bayside Brewery and I started brewing beer with my father in the garage. When we realized that we had a recipe that was delicious, our Bayside Ale, it's what represents me as a brewer and what I see a perfect beer to be. It's got 60 IBUs, 4.3% alcohol, a copper tone body, and a sweet, gentle finish. It allows for a very sessionable experience. To help grow the brand, I had to reach out into my local market, so we did that by joining an incubator team at Long Island University. In there, Bayside Brewery was able to grow and form internships with microbiology, finance, accounting, and public relations, all things a startup brewery would need. And at that time, we rolled into a Kickstarter campaign where we were able to successfully raise over $18,000. We did that by our ballet commercial, because here at Bayside Brewery, we think the next thing to come of the craft is an elegant brewery out of New York City. And in those times, we were able to raise pre-order sales from stadiums, local distributors, bars, and restaurants. And we were able to attract a new mentor, Fergal, who's actually came here from Ireland to help us out in the process of scaling. What Bayside Brewery sees itself in the market is something to be onto the tap handles and something that is meant to be a drinkable, lovable thing. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Look at this. All right, judges, what do you think of Bayside?
So I was interested, you said something about how the beer itself, Bayside Ale, it exemplifies you. You said that it had 60 IBUs, 4.3 ABV, and a copper tone body. So how is that you?
You can use the handheld.
Say that again,
yeah.
yeah.
There you go.
Well, in my time of drinking beer, it hasn't been too long, but I've tried plenty out there. And I found that I'm always trying to get something that's in between something you see for years and decades and something that I've seen on the shelves that I've tried, multiple different types. So I wanted to find something I believe to be the perfect balance between an IPA and a pale ale, and that's something I truly enjoy. So by using enough IBUs to where you hit the IPA categories and you have a sweet finish, by using gentle ingredients, it allows for something that's drinkable among men and women. Because we served over 25 samples in the last 6 months, and we've had very positive feedback, which is a compliment.
So positive feedback from sampling. Corey, your feedback on the beer. You're the brewer.
Who actually developed the recipe?
I did.
You did. And what kind of curious as what you mean by was it delicate malts? What is it?
Sweet malt.
Sweet malt. What's your malt base on this?
That is primarily based off of two-row, and what we use to sweeten it is my secret.
Okay.
A little secret sauce, never hurt anyone.
Sorry about that.
Were you intentionally trying to have a thinner body?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I wanted something that could be more along mass marketed.
Mm-hmm.
And Michael, what do you think of the brand positioning? Kind of couching it in the Bayside area.
Well, I think it's interesting to have a brand that speaks to really just the one beer. It seems like it's meant to do. It doesn't seem like it's meant to be an umbrella brand for lots of different types of beers. At least that's my impression. So I'm kind of curious as to your thought process there. That's a kind of a unique thing to do in today's market. It seems it would have a very, very local play, but it would be harder to build off of something like that.
So when I was getting started, I wanted to be something a little more different than most of the craft beers, because a lot of times I'll try 30 beers from one brewer, and a lot of times I'll find that they should have maybe spent some more time on a couple of the beers. I want Bayside Brewery to be branded as a staple. To do that, you need to have one major perfect product that could be reliable for time to come.
And the tagline is curious. I'll drink to that.
That is our registered trademark slogan.
That is a registered trademark slogan?
Yes.
Huh. That surprises me, I suppose.
I get that often.
Awesome. Luis, you've been on this stage before. What did you think of the pitch?
It's good. I mean, it's nerve-wracking sometimes to be in front of your peers, and great brewers out there, and they're kind of judging you. So I think it was thoughtful. Are you guys have your own brewery now, or are you guys?
No, we are actually in the process of fulfilling a large capital raise. We are actually almost there. We just landed our location in Long Island City. We are still in the garage. We brew about 8 kegs a month in the garage, serving networking events and charity organizations, just to get the brand and flavor out there.
Is that you on the shelf?
Yes, that is what we would look like on the shelf.
Oh, okay.
Right next to Corona and some of the other imports. It's an interesting spot, man. It's an interesting spot.
You got to put them next to the big boys,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you very much.
And big round of applause. I know it's tough to get up here. It's tough to get up here. Hey there, if you're enjoying our coverage of the craft beer business, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel or watching some more of our great content already uploaded.